Well, hello. Hey, I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. Stay connected to us on social media at BronxNet TV. Now, leading things off, our first guest is a lifelong Bronx native and talented photographer who has been documenting the Bronx for over 5 decades. He joins us to speak about his photo book. It's a wonderful one. You got to thumb through it. Maybe he'll do that right now. And he has a wonderful project spotlighting the Van Cortlandt Park area. So please welcome to the show, Ira Merritt. Ira's in the house. Give him a big round of applause. Everybody, go like this. Yeah. Ira, how are you?
Pretty good.
Good. We got
Pretty
a lot
good.
of people applauding for you, man.
Yeah, that's good.
Ira, so you've been doing this for some time, right? Share your experience. What made you want to get into photography? Because you've been doing this for many years now. You're a lifelong resident of the Bronx.
Oh, I needed some creative outlet. And when I first started to be interested in the art form, I looked at some of the photographers from the 1930s and was really amazed at their work. And I tried to not imitate it, but use their photography as a guide for me.
Yeah.
That's how I began.
What can you tell us about your most recent book project?
Well, it's my most recent and also my first. It took me 75 years to get to this point.
Yeah.
And it was, I live next door, right across the street from
Van
Van
Cortlandt Park.
Yeah. And over the years, I'd go in and take some photographs and practice my skills and photograph some interesting events. But in 2010, I started on this series, which was a result of needing a outlet from the time I was taking care of my parents. They were in their 90s and they were basically on their last legs. So I would go to the park and just, use it as an inspiration for me and a way to get away from the time taking care of my parents.
Yeah.
So I go to the park with my camera, and my first thought was just to photograph the changes in the park, and maybe the changes from season to season, looking at the same thing at different times of the year, and see how the changes would reflect on my
Wow. Yeah.
my reaction to what was going on in the park, and my reaction to what was going on with my parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
After about 2 years, I started showing the work to some other photographers, and one of the curious reactions I got was one of the people said that it reminded them of winter. And then I realized that the effect of my parents was having on my photographing. And so for the next 2 years, I consciously went to the park with the idea of winter, not only winter as far as a seasonal item, but more as an effect, like the winter of our lives.
Yeah.
So after 2 more years of photographing, my parents passed away, and I needed some conclusion to the series. So I happened upon a book. It deals with ravens. It was by a Japanese
Yeah.
photographer.
But I just want to go
And
back. What effect did your photography or the pictures that you took um, have on your parents, or your parents had on the photography or the work that you were doing? Because you mentioned the effects that was having.
yeah, um, it didn't have any effect on my parents because they never saw the work.
Yeah.
Um, but it had an effect on me because uh, I I was reacting to the park as a source
Hmm.
for being relieved from taking care of my parents.
Yeah.
So it 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 affected the way that I was photographing, the way I was seeing things, the way I
Yeah.
was looking at things in the park.
And then you named it Ephemeral Light.
Ephemeral light.
Ephemeral Light.
Yeah, the reason for it is that um, as I was photographing the changes of the park, things would change pretty rapidly, and sometimes not so rapidly. But things change, but then they also remain. So um, even though like a race would happen and then it would end, so it was ephemeral in that sense. But the idea of racing
Uh-huh.
is continuous in the park. It goes on for many, many years and may go on forever.
Hmm.
The photograph here of a hopscotch child, when I photographed that, um, I had photographed a hopscotch court, not a court, um, it was on the ground of a playground.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the photograph of a person playing hopscotch, and I felt that I needed it to complement the photograph of
Yeah.
the hopscotch court.
Yeah, because they don't usually play those games anymore. I think we should go back to bringing some of those games back to light.
Well,
And
what happened was I couldn't find anybody.
yeah, that.
So, so what happened was I was walking around all of the all of the park from
Uh-huh.
different areas of the park in different
Mhm.
playgrounds, and there was nothing until I found this woman who was using chalk to make a hopscotch court for
Ah,
her,
yeah,
and that's how that photograph came about.
yeah. So you're documenting all of this. Are you going to be able to present it somewhere? What's your
Yes,
ultimate goal with that?
yeah. So um, I hope. Well, I'm going to publish a book, and the book is called Ephemeral Light, as you said.
Yeah.
The opening for the photographs of the from the book will be at the Gallery 505, which is
Ah,
on
there you go.
uh, in Riverdale. It's 505 West 236th Street. And the book that I was hoping to have for the opening probably will not be there. It got delayed, and
Wow.
so
Yeah.
we may we may have a second launch for the book a few weeks later.
All right. All right. Ephemeral Light. Now, how did you come up with that name again?
Well, the idea is that things were quickly disappearing,
Yeah.
and so that's the idea of ephemeral. The idea of light was because of the different um, effects of light on the photographs.
Yeah.
So, so we combine the two.
Yeah. Is there a website or social media that people can go to find out more about you and what you're doing?
Uh, yeah, my Instagram Instagram is Ira, IRA, underscore Merritt, MERRITT. And my website is iramerrittproductions.com.
There you go. Ira, thank you so much for sharing, okay? And keep up the great
Thank
work
you
that
for
you're doing over there in Van Cortlandt. I know you got
Thank
the
you.
horses in there somewhere.
Actually, I think they were taken out.
Oh, okay. Well, you got to bring them back in. They're part of the light.
I know.
All right, Ira Merritt, photographer, author, Ephemeral Light. Got that new book coming out. Thank you so much, Ira. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
All right,
Thanks for having me.
you got it. We'll take a quick break, but wait, I've got more open. It's all coming your way next.